Dune Part 1 and Part 2 are unbelievably cinematic, immersive, and are based on the 1965 novel by Frank Herbert, which is regarded to be one of the greatest science fiction novels ever written. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 of my favourite moments from the franchise so far. These are also in no particular order. Let's get into it with the first one. Up first is the opening monologue from Part 1. Zendaya's introduction immerses the audience into the world of Arrakis and the conflict between the Fremen, Zendaya's people, and House Harkonnen, the film's antagonists. The deep pulse beat from Hans Zimmer emphasises the power of the desert and spice, which is the most valuable substance in the Dune universe.
My planet Arrakis is so beautiful when the sun is low. Why did the Emperor choose this path? And who will our next oppressors be?
The next one is the Paul Atreides and Fade Roth fight sequence from Part 2. What I love about the scene is the choreography of the fight and the sound design of the knife blades hitting each other. Also, look at the way Greig Fraser's cinematography and lighting throws the characters into silhouette. This is what would happen naturally if you were standing in a dark space environment and there was a bright light to either side of you. This technique makes the scene feel more natural and dramatic. The third scene is the Gom Jabbar sequence from Part 1. This is arguably the most unsettling scene across both films. What I really like about it is the intensity of Hans Zimmer's score and the performances from both Timothée Chalamet and Charlotte Rampling. The scene also feels quite claustrophobic, and you feel like you're almost in a confined space. The next sequence is what I would call the Harkonnen encounter scene from Part 2. What I love about it is how Denis builds suspense. Look at how Paul Atreides, Chani, Lady Jessica and the Fremen listen to the sound of the Harkonnen soldiers talking to each other. Also, Hans Zimmer's score is almost like drone music, which adds to the tension. The last scene I'm going to talk about is regarded to be the best scene in Part 2, and that is the sandworm riding sequence. In IMAX, I was totally blown away by the immersive sound design and cinematography. It felt like you were actually riding a sandworm yourself. It is utterly mind-blowing to watch on screen.